yeah, I'd just like to show you how you can create really quick, easy backgrounds using stamping and just using one stamp to create our own custom backgrounds. Now this is a really exciting technique because then you can use this technique to create your own pattern papers. So all I've got is I've got a piece of white super smooth cardstock. This is 240 GSM, and by choosing a smooth cardstock it's going to allow me to get a beautiful, crisp, sharp impression. I've also got an acrylic block, and I've just got my stamp. Now this is a rare earth stamp from the Sweet Succulents range, and I've just applied that onto my acrylic block, and it's a clear stamp so it's just going to cling onto my acrylic block. And I've chosen this rare earth premium dye ink pad in pitch black. You can see if we remove the lid it's got that raised felt surface, and this is going to give us a beautiful, crisp, deep black impression when we stamp. So all I want to do is I want to create a repeating pattern all over this piece of cardstock, and I've just got a piece of paper underneath because I'm going to stamp over the edges slightly, and that's just going to protect my glass mat, so basically I don't have to clean my glass mat afterwards. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lid off my ink pad and I'm going to ink up my stamp. Now I am using an acrylic block as I've mentioned earlier, but if you'd like to use a stamping platform such as your Load and Fold, you can do that as well. So I'm inking up my stamp, taking my ink to my stamp rather than the other way around, and just firm, even taps all over that ink, all over that stamp even, to coat it with ink. And I'm just going to choose any random piece on my cardstock to start with, applying firm, even pressure all over that stamp. I'm going to remove it. And it's a really nice idea when you are creating these all over pattern backgrounds to have some of your images that actually extend across the edges of the cardstock, so they go over the edge rather than having everything contained within your piece of cardstock. And it'll just give you a really nice, more random finish to your pattern. So I'm just stamping again, just slightly to the side. So you could use as many different stamps as you'd like, so you could use lots of different floral stamps. I'm just using the one stamp to create this background, and you can use as large or a small piece of cardstock as you like. It's totally up to you. It depends on what project you are creating. You might want to rotate your stamp a little bit just to get a little bit of variety, so I might want to twist and turn it. It's completely up to the effect that you want to create. So just stamping this multiple times all over the piece. Now I'll stamp quite a few and then I'll sort of assess what I think it's looking like, and then I might want to go in and stamp a few more. But just stamping all over this piece of cardstock. Now I'm using white card. You could be doing this onto a coloured card if you'd like. You could go in and colour these images afterwards, perhaps with your watercolour pencils. But just fill in the whole piece. You could make the images slightly closer together if you'd like. Now I've sort of filled that, but I'm looking at it and I'm thinking I might need a little more on those two corners just to fill it out a little bit more. So I'm just going to ink up again. And I'm just going to stamp a flower in this top corner just to fill that space. It's looking a little bit blank. So that's better there. And I'm just going to add another one down this bottom left side here. And it's completely up to you how much you'd like to fill your piece of paper or cardstock. Depends on the effect you're wanting to create. But I'm quite happy with that now. Now I might go in and colour that, or leaving it in black and white gives you a really nice different effect. That's how simply you can build up your own backgrounds just using the one stamp, one colour of ink, and that's the sort of effect you can create. So you can now make your own backgrounds rather than using bought pattern paper all the time.